Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, everyone. It is 10:12 a.m. Eastern Time on this 10th day of March 2021. Taking a look at a line break chart. Just did this in our Forex video for the day. I go over just a quick little intro into what line break charts are, and go watch that. so I don't have to repeat it here. It'll just get redundant. Real quick, looking at Cardano's daily chart, I just want to put a horizontal line here to kind of target where the entry would be on the daily chart. You see, we did create a low that was lower than the last three lines, so that's why we have this red line print. This, if you're a contrarian, this is a short signal. Although this is cryptocurrency, so that might not be a good idea. But let's look at it on some faster time frames. So let's go from the daily to the hourly. And what do we see here? Really just consolidation. Right here, I mean, we see it came down to 114. That did form a red line. But look at the price. So that's at 114.54. We're currently trading up at 117.24. So right over here, I would need to look at the high that would be above the last three highs, which is we need to be above 1, 2, 3. Here's the highest high of the last three highs, 120.85. So that is where we would be at on the hourly chart. And I think that that's fine, actually, right there. There is you can do trend lines on line charts, on line break charts, and we do see that there's a kind of a clear, whether you want to call this triangle or a wedge. Either way, there is some early warning signs that we could see a breakdown lower, and a lot of times it pays to wait for a confirmation. So when you get a change from green to red, it sometimes pays off to get that confirmation line, so another red one. And really, ultimately, what we'd be looking for is a break of this triangle, a break down below 110. But otherwise, on the bullish side of things, to go long, we are looking at between 120 and 132. It's a pretty good distance between the two, relatively. But it could close above there, create that new high, and we could see it travel higher. On Bitcoin, let's go to we'll stay on the hourly chart with Bitcoin. So Bitcoin, we got to be careful of a break below the current low. That would break is at 53,411. And then on the long side of things, if we go to the daily chart, it hasn't changed much. I mean, and by the way, not every one of these lines represents a day. So, for instance, this was the 28th of February, 1st, 3rd, 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. There are days that skip. So this is like January 21st. And then we spent 6 days in that line till we formed a new line on the 27th. And then from the 27th of January, we didn't form this line here until the 8th. So it doesn't go all the time just from one day to the next. There's structure that has to be broken. So on the current daily, so if the daily closes higher than this high, we'll see a new number here. We're kind of forming up here on a line chart with a double top. So be aware of that. What does the weekly look like? Okay, the weekly is just a sustained move higher. Oh my gosh. The weekly, that is a pretty steep rise right there. Wow. Not a lot of corrective activity in there. That's pretty nuts. But again, on the hourly, look for a move south to break that. Otherwise, the trend is still higher. Let's look at basic attention token. That one's had a lot of activity as well. Basic attention token on the hourly continuing to push. On the daily chart, getting close to the all-time highs back here at 87 cents. This is a pretty steep rise, and we might see resistance up here. It's a very symmetrical chart. Holy cow. Hourly. Yeah, the short here would be right there at 75.45. That would be the short entry. I mean, the current high on the hourly is at 87.50, and we're 3 cents below that at 84.31. So be aware of that. We'll see how. I mean, Bitcoin's close to its all-time high of 58,000-ish, and we'll see if there's some follow-through buying in the altcoin market, but just keep an eye out for that. Otherwise, yeah, I mean, for basic attention token, a good zone to look at for a re-entry, long at least, for some support, is definitely at 65 even. Oops. 65 even would be the zone to get a buy limit in. See, there is, I want to see if there's any. It will give me. Oh, wow, there's like. Okay, so let's shift that lower. That's price-wise, that support zone looks good, but volume-wise, no, it does not. We'll go down to like 60 even. Volume profile, just a quick glance. Price should shoot through 65 to 62 pretty easily. There's not a lot of volume traded in there at all. And all the volume up here is all buying. This is this is on Binance. This is kind of weird because 2.13 million bought, 0 sold. There's been 0 selling up here. I find that hard to believe. It's kind of crazy. But, we'll see. We'll leave it there. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your trade day. From all of us here at Exchange Rates UK TV, thank you for watching. And please don't forget to like and subscribe. Bye-bye.